Have you ever had someone try and tell you that racism doesn't exist? Well, here's why they're wrong. All right, today we're gonna go through some of the most common excuses used to deny racism. Let's take a look.
We have a black president, so racism, poof.
There's no denying that the election of President Barack Obama was a huge sign of progress, but it didn't stop anyone from making racist jokes and memes about the first family. Plus, Obama's first term was surrounded by rumors that he wasn't really American and that he was a Kenyan Muslim out to destroy America.
Bring me the secret Muslim birth certificate.
Which, by the way, is a bogus conspiracy theory rooted in racism and more specifically, Islamophobia.
Oh, racism? Then what about Oprah? Boom.
Let's put this to rest once and for all. Will Smith saved us from aliens, not racism. One person overcoming incredible obstacles doesn't make those obstacles disappear for everyone else. That's like saying, J.K. Rowling was a single mom on welfare and now she's a billionaire. Dismantle all government assistance. Hey, my family never owned slaves. Never. We were allergic. Okay. Time for an analogy. If your dad's Tony Soprano, then the house you live in, the car you drive, and your iPhone was paid for with mob violence. You're not responsible for it, but you're definitely benefiting.
Look, I didn't rob the bank, but I'm definitely spending the money, okay?
You or your family didn't have to have owned slaves in order to benefit from slavery. Denying the rights of black people resulted in increased wealth, opportunities, and advancement for all white people, even if they didn't directly participate in slavery themselves. Excuse me, the Irish, they were also slaves, so. First of all, no. While it's true that Irish immigrants were often discriminated against in the United States, many came to America as indentured servants, which isn't slavery. And while the Irish started as an oppressed group in America, they were able to shed their minority status and become white, largely by joining in on the oppression of black people, often through violence.
Ooh.
What privilege? I worked my ass off to get where I'm at. I know. No one is saying that you didn't work hard. In reality, everyone has some degree of privilege. White privilege doesn't mean you've had it easy. It just means that you don't have to deal with structural racism. Just like as a straight person, I don't have to deal with homophobia. Now, classism, that's the issue, not race. Poverty sucks for everyone, but racism and classism aren't interchangeable. You can change your class, but you can't change your race. Not to mention poor people of color have to deal with classism and racism. Add to that, things like housing and job discrimination are usually the reason many people of color are in poverty in the first place. Excuse me, I have friends/family/dated someone of that race. Who you're friends with, related to, or in a relationship with doesn't keep you from being responsible for your actions. If you say or do something racist, you have to deal with the consequences. Look, my black and or Latino and or Asian and or Native American friend does not care when I use that slur. Look, one person can't speak for an entire group of people. So if your friend is okay with using certain language around them, you can't expect everyone that shares their background to have the same opinion on it. 4 words for you. Black on black crime. Okay, here's the thing. If you're a victim of a crime, chances are the criminal is most likely going to look like you. In fact, 83% of white murder victims were killed by other white people. So in reality, black on black crime is no more of a real thing than white on white crime. Look, racism is never gonna go away if you keep freaking talking about it. Let's just think about that one for a second. Have you ever solved a significant problem in your life by ignoring it?
That's what I do with my taxes. It worked for Wesley Snipes.
Oh wait, it didn't? I gotta go.
The world is coming to an end. The air is polluted, the ocean's contaminated. The animals are going extinct, the economy's collapsed. Education is shot, police are corrupt. Intelligence is shunned and ignorance rewarded. The people are depressed and angry, we can't live with each other and we can't live with ourselves, so everyone's medicated. We pass each other on the streets, and if we do speak, it's meaningless robotic communication. More people want 15 seconds of fame than a lifetime of meaning and purpose, because what's popular is more important than what's right. Ratings are more important than the truth. Our government builds twice as many prisons than schools. It's easier to find a Big Mac than an apple. And when you find the apple, it's been genetically processed and modified. Presidents lie, politicians trick us. Race is still an issue, and so is religion. Your God doesn't exist. My God does, and He is all-loving. If you disagree with me, I'll kill you. Or even worse, argue you to death. 92% of songs on the radio are about sex. Kids don't play tag, they play twerk videos. The average person watches 5 hours of television a day, and it's more violence on the screen than ever before. Technology has given us everything we could ever want, and at the same time stolen everything we really need. Pride is at an all-time high, humility an all-time low. Everybody knows everything, everybody's going somewhere, ignoring someone, blaming somebody. Not many human beings left anymore. A lot of human doings, plenty of human lingerings in the past, not many human beings. Money is still the root of all evil, yet we tell our kids, don't get that degree, the jobs don't pay enough. Good deeds are only done when there's a profit margin. Videos of the misfortunes of others go viral. We laugh and share them with our friends to laugh with us. Our role models today, 60 years ago, would have been examples of what not to be. There are states where people can legally be discriminated against because they were born a certain way. Companies invest millions of dollars hiring specialists to make little girls feel like they need makeup to be beautiful, permanently lowering their self-esteem because they will never be pretty enough to meet those impossible standards. Corporations tell us, buy, get this, get that. You must keep up, you must fit in. This will make you happy, but it never does for long. So what can we do in the face of all this madness and chaos? What is the solution? We can love. Not the love you hear in your favorite song on the radio. I mean real love, true love, boundless love. You can love each other from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. Perform an act of kindness because that is contagious. We can be mindful during every interaction, planting seeds of goodness, showing a little more compassion than usual. We can forgive because 300 years from now, will that grudge you hold against your friend, your mother, your father have been worth it? Instead of trying to change others, we can change ourselves, we can change our hearts. We've been sold lies, brainwashed by our leaders and those we trust, and not recognize our brothers and sisters and to exhibit anger, hatred, and cruelty. But once we truly love, we will meet anger with sympathy, hatred with compassion, cruelty with kindness. Love is the most powerful weapon on the face of the earth. Robert Kennedy once said that few will have the greatness to be in history, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written the history of a generation. So yes, the world is coming to an end, and the path towards a new beginning starts within you.